We got a dog whining. We got kids playing outside, y'all. This is us in full form. Been playing outside with the kiddos. So, first of all, Amy Baker, thank you so much for having us on here. It's an honor, and seeing the lineup of all the people who are going to appear over the next couple days, it's gonna get fun. So thank you, Amy, for having us. You are the first viewer. I see you. Y'all, my name is Joey Kimbrough. What's your name?
My name's Kyle.
Kyle Kimbrough. Yeah. And y'all, we have been in this company for right at a year and a half. It's been quite the journey. Why am I rubbing your back? It's been quite the journey.
Sweet like that.
It's because we both can't fit in here.
Oh, okay, I'll do
for the
this.
last year and a half. And so we're just gonna kind of unfold what's taken place for us and what it's done for a lot of other people that we know. And why you're sitting here doing this.
Absolutely.
Doing this too. Why guys selling shampoo, right? So if you haven't
heard...
Why
my best friend and neighbor is grilling. I'm sitting here talking about shampoo. So
yeah.
why? Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a good point.
Y'all, if you don't know us and our story, I'm going to briefly touch on that, but we live here in Texas. We've got kiddos. I was a hairstylist for over 16 years. There was a girl that approached me about these products. I'd never heard of them. I didn't want to hear about them. It was a super busy season of our life. I wanted nothing to do with it, right? And so I tried to run her off very, very hard. And she said, can I send you samples? No. Long story short, I got the products in hand. I thought she was crazy for sending them to me because I tried to run her off saying, send me $300 worth of product. And I used them, y'all. And I can really elaborate on that entire story, but let's just talk about when I used the product, because that is when everything changed, okay? And all I had at the time was the shampoo and the conditioner. Shampooed and conditioned my hair, didn't think much of it, got out of the shower, flipped my head over, I blew dry my hair like I always do. And y'all, when I flipped my head over, I was in disbelief because I could not believe what I was seeing in the mirror. I've always had to use extra heat on my hair, flat iron, a curling iron after I blow dry my hair, and this day I did not have to, and I was just going, okay, what's going on? So I called the girl who had sent me the product. I'm sorry for trying to run you off, but I need to know what's in these bottles, because nothing short of a keratin treatment had ever done that kind of work on someone's head that I had seen firsthand. And so anyways, we met up. I did a ton of research on the product because I am very, what do they call me? Granola. I'm a hippie, y'all. I was raised by a chiropractic dad, and so everything's very natural minded. And I love that they were made out of essential oils and that they were naturally based, and the list goes on and on. They're free of toxins, all these things. Y'all, we're getting some people on here to talk about products here in the next couple days that are like the geniuses behind the product. So I'm not even going to get into the product because you need to put your party panties on because they're going to be insane. Party pants. They are so much more knowledgeable than I am. So I'm going to leave the professionals to that. But that's truly when everything changed, when I used the product, okay? And so I took this product into my work. I started using it on my clients. I'd never been someone who really sold product unless they just absolutely were stuck on one certain thing. And that's when your attention was like, kind of got your attention of going, what's going on here? My clients that were like, I don't need shampoo and conditioner, I would use this on them. And they're like, okay, whatever you used, I have to have. So he was seeing me come home with 8-9 credit cards a day and going, what are you doing at work? Why don't you...
No, she was just going to Amazon shopping. She stole some cars. No. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, of course, like all the husbands, when she first approached me about this, you know, I immediately said, I'm going to quit my job and we're going to do this full time. Right? Yeah, no, not hardly, all right? No one says that. I was furious, you know, to know the truth, I was furious.
You got to touch on your background a little bit.
Well, because my background is commercial real estate, and I've been doing that for about 10 years, but when we met, which was 11 years ago, I was actually full-time in a direct sales company. And so I did that company full-time for the better part of 3 years. It paid our bills when we first got married for, I guess, a year and a half into our marriage. And guys, I learned a lot from that, like you all do. If you get involved in any industry and do it full-time 3 years, you learn a lot. And so I had learned a lot. I had seen a lot. And long story short, that company was not for me. It did not have a product. It was a service-based company.
That is key.
That's the big thing, right? It didn't have a product. It was service-based. Therefore, you could not truly build residual income like my goal was when I got started. It took me a long time. I was young and dumb to figure that out. Still young, hopefully. You know, a little older. Still not not as dumb, but still pretty no. But so when Joe approached me with this, I mean, coming from this industry and swearing I would never do it again, and going 7 years doing other things, and then she brought this back into our life. I'm like, are you
when I
kidding
signed
me?
up, I might have not told him.
Gosh, I was furious, right? I genuinely was. I mean, she was full-time stylist, boutique. I was in the middle of a big development. I was still brokering commercial. We were so busy, and so I wanted nothing to do with this. But she's right. When everything changed for us is when I saw firsthand the results on, I saw the clients that were having the results immediately order.
Get excited.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, I don't know many products out there like that you can use one time, and you can see such drastic results on most people, not all people, to the point where you're ready to order the whole system and go all in and go exclusive Monat, And so that caught my attention for sure. I thought there might be some sort of, opportunity with just that. Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah, you saw people getting excited. He didn't know anything about hair, but
No.
he was seeing me come home with all these credit cards going, there's got to be something to this. So with your background, kind of...
Yeah, so here was my deal, guys, is I had the very good fortune of being kind of mentored, or really mentored, I should say, by some people that had made millions of dollars in this industry. They were 3 times my age, and they were very knowledgeable. And so, for a long time, I studied the industry with them. I learned a lot while I was in there full time. So I knew from them that in order to have a high level of success, success is what's the word? It's relative, right? Success for some people is $500 a month. Maybe that's their car payment and some groceries. Some people, it might be $900. Maybe that's, mom care versus daycare. Some people, $5,000 a month is not success to them. They need $50, whatever success looks like. But to have a high level of success in this industry, I was taught you have to have 3 things. And there are 3 big things in this industry. And you got to check all these boxes, or you're kind of already starting an uphill battle, at least in their opinion. And now in my opinion, as I've lived and breathed this business now for 1.5 years, and so I guess I'm 4.5 years into the industry. I didn't even think about that. Wow, I really do sound old. Here's what they are. They're product, right? Number 1's product. I'm not going into that. You'll hear all about that. Here's the thing from a guy's perspective, right, that knows nothing about hair. Still, I know more, but I don't know a lot. There you go. Here's my perspective on why this product is so dadgum good. Guys, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can send back empty bottles, and we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Our return rate over the history of the company is less than 1%. It's actually right at half of 1%. What product do you know, forget direct sales, what product do you know that has a 30-day money-back guarantee and that 99.4% of all people that buy it use it? And most of those reorder and reorder and reorder. That's unheard of, guys. That's something that you can take direct sales out of the equation. That's something that I've never seen before.
I love to say, if someone would have purchased some product at the salon and used it for a month and brought back an empty bottle and was like, hey, I just don't like this. Can I get my money back? Like, it would have been hilarious. We didn't offer anything like that. And so just the stamp of approval behind these products and how confident they are in them, and the return rate and everything.
For sure, absolutely. So that's number 1, right? The product. The product was there. I saw that firsthand. 2's comp plan. This is a big one because comp plans, and sometimes in this industry, can be kind of confusing, and you really, unless you really understand comp plans, you're really not sure how much you're getting paid or how much they're paying out. Well, here's the bottom line about comp plans in direct sales. In my opinion, most companies pay out 25 to 35%. So whatever money they make each month or each week, however they pay, they're going to pay 25 to 30% of those monies out to the field. Guys, Monat pays out 50%. 50%. That's unheard of. That is absolutely unheard of in this industry. That's why you're hearing these stories, if you've heard anything about Monat, about how quickly people are making some decent and great and phenomenal money. It's because we pay out so much more than anyone else. No one pays like us. So when I saw the comp plan and wrapped my head around that, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, I'm selling shampoo,
He did. He came out and he said, we have to do this. I didn't tell this part of the story. And I was like, who's standing behind you? Because you pull cows behind your truck. You've never asked anything about hair. You are not selling shampoo with me. But
man, But guys, this is different. This is different. And everyone will say, oh, well, why is it different? Or everyone says it's different. Okay, well, tell me.
It's just another one of those.
Tell me why you think yours is different. And then I'm going to tell you why mine or ours is different. All of ours, whatever, is different. And then, we can have an honest conversation. Guys, this is different. We're not the number one fastest growing direct sales company in the entire world. That's an award that we won earlier this year. It's called the Bravo Award. Direct Sales Association gave that out to us. We are the fastest growing company in this industry in the entire world. We are a $186 billion industry. Think about that, guys. Think about that. So, yeah, we're a little bit different. But the third thing for me, and as excited as I was to see how well the product performed, as excited as I was to see the comp plan, there was still, you're always like, what's the catch? Well, Well, the catch for me was timing. I did not, if we were going to go and pursue this thing, especially her, and then quickly thereafter, it was me full time with her, but...
Oh, you did it day one with me.
Well, but not to the extent that you did day one. But yes, you're right. I mean, day two, I was pretty much on board. But, guys, it's timing. I did not want to get involved in a company that had been around for 30 years, that, their grandma might have tried to sell it, and maybe their mom. Nothing wrong with those companies. They're obviously great. They've been around a long time. But I knew if we truly wanted to create something special for us and our little family of 4, that's all we could think about at the time, that we had to be involved at the right time. And that means early on in a company. Industry experts will tell you the best time to join a direct sales company is between year 3 and year 7. Well, we're almost 4 years old. We'll be 4 years old next month. I don't know how much more perfect you can get. You're on the early side of that, right? You're almost 4 years old. But here's some cool stats that I just want you to think about. This is what got me excited. This is what, in my mind, sold the deal that we're in the right place at the right time. Year 1, October 2014, we launch. Year 1, their goal, Monate's goal is to do $1 million in sales, okay? They do $25 million in sales. I think, to our knowledge, one of the only other companies in recent air to do north of $20 million in their first 12 months of business is Instagram. And I know if you're hearing this for the first time, you think I'm an idiot because that can't be true. Well, I'm just telling you, that's how big we are getting with this company. Year 3, actually, was the $25 million goal that they did in year 1. So year 3, we do $310 million. Unheard of. That put us into the top 100 companies worldwide in the industry, which most companies obviously never get into. We landed at number 52, guys. We landed at 52. These are record-breaking things that are happening. We're about to finish year 4. I don't know what we're going to do. They're estimating, somewhere around 500-600 million, whatever it may be. But I fully believe next year will be $1 billion company, which, to my knowledge, will be one of the fastest ever to hit $1 billion. But let me tell you something that's so cool if you're listening tonight. We joined a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago.
I was going to say, he's been preaching this since day one, and a lot of people in the early stages were like, yeah, okay, prove it. But you really have been saying this since day one. And is that where you were going? Just what's kind of what we've seen unfold?
Yeah, I mean, and not just me, you, and so many people have been telling people this is the right place, right time, right company. A year and a half later, we're living proof of it for 1,000 reasons that we can't go into right now. But here's what I wanted to tell you. Here's what I want to tell you, though. Think about this. If you're watching this, you're going, well, y'all have a year and a half heads up. Okay, well, let me tell you something. Today, as we sit here right now, there are 10,000 families in the United States, Canada, and the UK, only 10,000 that receive a paycheck of $500 or more from this company. Now, let's put that into perspective. The company's goal is $1 million. $1 million, guys. Do you realize that's 1% of where we're headed? Do you realize you could be in it on the early stages, on the first 1% of where this company is going? I mean, the opportunity, guys, those opportunities don't just come around, every year or every decade or every lifetime for so many people, right? We've just been blessed and fortunate enough to have heard about it, just like you are right now if you're watching this. So here's my cry to you guys. You can't miss this. This is something you can't miss. This isn't you're thinking about it and you're going to, well, you're also thinking about this or that. No. You don't understand. You can't miss this. And that, like you said, that's what we've been preaching. We have literally thousands of people their lives have been changed forever in many different ways. That always doesn't mean massive amounts of money, although a lot of them make massive amounts of money. That also means in totally different ways, just freedom in areas they've never had freedom, and great hair and all that kind of stuff. In a year and a half, guys, I can't even imagine the next year and a half. And so, there's a lot of people I've seen pop on it, and a lot of y'all say this, so I'm stealing it. But guys, the most expensive thing in life is a missed opportunity. Yeah. And I believe that. I actually have a friend that could have invested into Michael Dell when they were starting up. He had the money, he was sitting there with the investors, and he did not do it. Well, today, those people that invested with him, they call them Dellionaires. They're worth tens of millions of dollars off a very small investment, and they're all around us because we live close to Austin, and they all live in Austin on the lake and stuff. And so that was the most expensive thing in his life. And he talks about that all the time. And so I learned a lot from him. He was one of my mentors in my last company. So that's my deal, guys, is just don't miss this. Take a chance. Take a chance. What do you have to lose? It's a 30-day money-back guarantee, whether you come in as a business owner or whether you come in as just using the product. It's 30 days either way. I guarantee you in 30 days. I guarantee you in 30 days, unless you hide in a hole and don't use this product, you're sold. And you're going to have a fun time doing this. Because this is a family. I mean, we're just a big family.
I know. It's like, how do we convey it all in this short video? And Amy asked me more than once, please share what it's done for us. And we hate talking about ourselves because, y'all, our team is so incredible that it's like we can't take any credit for anything. But a few things that it has done for us personally is we're able to build a house. Our son has gone to a private school, which was very important to us. But we don't like to talk about ourselves. Our biggest why, okay, when we got in, it was hair for me, it was business, finances for him. It was to change our little family of 4. And I've said this so many times, and so I'm hoping I can get through it without crying, but it's so emotional for me because it really has touched so many lives, is that we couldn't see outside of ourselves when we joined, but how many thousands of lives have been touched through this. And whether it's materialistic things like the Cadillacs on our team are getting close to like 100, I think. In a year and a half, y'all, this kind of stuff is just unheard of because of the 3 things that we talked about, because of people with a passion and a drive and working hard. But we have seen so many things take place, and our heart is to help other people now achieve, gosh, what we have. We got this last trip to DC, we got announced number 8 global income earners. And y'all, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. We go up there and we're like, excuse me, what's happening again? And all of that credit obviously goes to the Lord and this company, but our team, y'all, it takes people who have the passion to make this happen. And we have so many incredible people on our team that just have that drive and the heart to help other people. And y'all, go ahead.
But you know how that started? That started with one person talking to one person, that person talking to a person, that person talking to a person.
Yeah, and when you get started,
There's
you
no
can't,
secret, right?
It's so hard to convey this, but you can't understand how when you're excited about something, you tell somebody, and how they're going to tell somebody, they're going to tell, and all of a sudden you look up and you've got 80,000 plus people on your team.
Guys, I do not know a better business model, especially in today's world. I forgot the stat, but there is a staggering statistic out there of how many women will leave their job in the next 12 months to do a home-based business. It's staggering.
Mamas
The world's
wanna
changing.
Stay home with their babies.
The world's changing, right? 9 to 5, corporate America, climb the ladder, work for the same company for 35 years. That doesn't happen anymore. I think the average person now that graduates college, I read the other day, is going to have 21 jobs in their lifetime, right? So that's not it anymore. And so the world's changing, and if you don't change, sometimes, you get left behind. And so thank the Lord that we all have an opportunity to change. But I'll say this, the biggest thing for me, this is the number one thing for me, above all, is the lives that have been touched through this. And I'm not going to go deep in that either, but because we can go real deep. But the biggest thing for me is freedom, guys. I've never in my life experienced this kind of freedom. And you say, yeah, financial freedom, but it's more than that. What finances give you is time freedom. It gives you your life back. It gives you can wake up and, yeah, we still work our tails off, don't get me wrong, but we get to choose. Like we can go take our kids to school every day. We can go to the, to the pool when we have family in. My mom broke her wrist a few days ago, and guess what? Joe and I have been over there every day helping her. She's doing her hair, I'm icing her, all kinds of stuff.
In fact, we were just talking about that, not to interrupt you, but his mom fell and broke her wrist out of playing tennis with our son. And I told Kyle, I was like, if your mom was still teaching, that would be so hard for her. She's retired. But if that had happened to me when I was still doing hair, which was our income, y'all, it would have been done. Like what? Move out of your house because you can't pay your bills? I don't know.
We needed both incomes before this to survive every month, like most Americans, right? That was us.
And so to be in a position to where maybe you don't even know you're in the rat race of life, but to be in a position to where you can look around and realize what really matters in life.
Yeah.
And just to have freedom in that. For us, for me, it is giving and it's helping other people. And it's just that has brought me so much joy.
Bottom line is it's worth it. It's hard work. It's simple. It's the simplest thing that you'll ever do in your life, but it is hard work. It is a business, right? But it is also the most rewarding, most gratifying, most humbling, to be honest with you. But at the same time, you guys, sky's the limit. You make whatever you want to make. I mean, you can make whatever you want to make in this business. The number that you're thinking right now in your head that would be like your ultimate dream number, that if you could ever possibly make this amount of money, you would think that, there couldn't get anything better. I promise you, you can make 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x.
In fact, I would challenge
Trust
you.
me.
Write down that number. Write down a number that would be crazy to you, like a dream number, and then write down a number of like that would just replace what you need right now. And reach out to someone with those two numbers because you will be blown away. It's public information, the monthly income averages. And after you write down those two numbers, reach out to whoever sent you to this and go over those numbers because you will be mind blown at what's capable in this with this opportunity.
Absolutely.
So we could talk for another hour.
Sorry, that was long. Yeah.
Amy, thank you so much for having us.
Honored to be on here, Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish we could put into words what this has done for us over the last year and a half, but there's truly no
Don't miss
way
it, guys.
possible. And so if there's even a little part of you that's like, oh, I'm kind of intrigued and interested, I promise you, jump on board. The leadership on this team is incredible. And so you're not doing this alone. And that's the beauty of this too, is we're going to hold hands and walk or crawl or run or sprint or whatever you want to do. So
And what's the number one regret every single person says when they join?
Waiting too long.
If they saw this, if they had an opportunity to join and they waited a day, week, month, 6 months, a year, their number one regret, always, I should have joined sooner. Well, now's your time, guys. Now's your day.
Or I should have joined with a bigger pack. So, join now. Join with the biggest pack.
Yep.
And let's go. All right, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great night.